Yo, what's up everybody? It's Matthew with a longer beard than I had in the last video, but that doesn't matter because today is all about how to master the huts in Apex Legends. Now I don't know if you're still playing Apex Legends, but if you do, keep watching, and if you don't, you should still watch this video. But without wasting any more time, let's hop straight into today's video. So as you can see by the map I made, you can only find these huts down the riverbed or in the swamps area. So this includes Cascades, east of Bunker, Bridges, and all this no-name area that I don't really see much people going to. So there are 4 crucial huts, but I'm gonna start off with my favorite one. This is called the Big Boy Hut. This is not really what it's called, but I'm gonna just call it that for now, since this is the place where you can find the most loot, and you can sneak up on anybody who's camping on the first floor, second floor, roof, doesn't matter, they're dead. Now in case you don't know what I'm talking about this hut right here. Yes, I made a little cinematic roundabout, so I'm going to separate this into 4 different sections. First you got the ground floor, the first floor, the second floor, and of course the roof. So right now let's start with the ground floor. So the ground floor is basically useless unless you're trying to hide like a little or unless you're taking cover from a Bangalore barrage or a Gibraltar airstrike. Down here you're exposed to multiple directions, so you could be looking one way thinking the enemy's coming that way, but bam, you get shot in the back. So overall, I'll try to avoid this little spot as much as possible. Get inside the house, you're gonna have much more cover, and it's more predictable where people are gonna be shooting from. Next off, we got the first floor. This is almost just as bad as the ground floor, so I would avoid this as much as possible. I've seen so many people think that this is a good spot. You hide in the back like a little once again, but this is just a bad spot because if somebody comes in, they see you, they're just gonna back out, then switch to their frag grenade, throw a frag grenade, you have nowhere to go, and you're dead. Next we have the second floor, which is undisputably the best spot you want to be at. If you're trying to be sneaky, you could go in these little corners right here, because most of the time people don't look over here. They think you're gonna be up at the top where I am right now, and people just overlook it and you might get a free kill right there. But either way, the best spot you actually want to be is right here, because you have a nice vantage point of downstairs, so you see everybody that's coming up, and you have that little barricade, so you get that nice little cover. And if there is somebody downstairs, you can just chuck a grenade and let them hold it for a second, if you know what I'm saying. Now going on to the flanking spots, of course we have the roof. You can access it by either of the 2 doors on both ends of the second floor, and once you're on the top of the roof, you can easily rotate to the other side of the second floor, or you could just jump back down to the first floor so you can maneuver around this building. One thing people don't know about on this building is that right here you actually have a nice vantage point of the whole second floor. So if you're actually here, you can pick off everybody that's on the second floor and anybody that's coming up the stairs. And besides that, I mean, like, the roof is good, you have a nice vantage point. The only thing is if there's a Gibraltar or a Bangalore throwing down their ults, then you're in a bad spot. But you can always just rotate down to the second floor, and there's that. Also, people don't know about this, but you can easily access the second floor from the ground floor. So all you have to do is just look at this little pole, just climb up a little bit and rotate a little bit to the right, and bam, you're on the second floor. So next up is the fun size hut. Of course, it's not really called a fun size hut, but because it's like the mini version of the Big Boy Hut, we're gonna call it fun size. But before we start, we gotta run the cinematics because we can't have a video without the cinematics. But since it's a fun size, let's cut right to the chase and let's go. So since this is a fun size hut, there's really not much to it. Look, you got a nice little small room, you got a nice little crate. Of course, everybody that goes in this room, they think, oh, let me hide on top of this crate. Wrong. This is exactly what you do not want to do. What you actually want to do is hop on top of this door and bam, you're in the best spot. Nobody ever looks up here. They think, oh, there's only cannonballs and nets up here. What's somebody going to be doing up there? Bam, you shoot them right in the forehead. They didn't even see it coming. Remember, this is a fun size hut, so it only works on one side only. Besides that, you could go up to the rooftop like you can on every other building on Apex Legends, but once again, it's not really that great. I mean, you do have a sort of good vantage point, but of course you can get shot from any angle, so I wouldn't really recommend it at all. So for this next one, I'm going to call it the long hut because there's really no other name to call this. I mean, it's very simple. It's a long little hut. and there's only one way in, one way out. So without further ado, let's get right into this one. So I mean, this hut here is very straightforward. There's 2 ways in and out, so there isn't too much variability with this. But what a lot of people do overlook is that if you leave these doors open, you can hide in between the doors and the walls. So you could always heal up and just chill out, or camp like a little, you know, you do what you want. Doesn't matter to me, just watch this video. Anywho, if you do run into a team that are camping in this room, what you could do is just hop on top of the roof and you could shoot them through the little slits in the roofs. So even if they have a caustic with gas traps, they're no match to your little sneakiness. So for the last one here, I have it called the confusing hut because it really is confusing. I really couldn't think of a better name for this hut because I was simply confused. I mean, this thing has like 6 different variations. If you run around Apex map, you won't find the same one twice. But when you're inside, you think they're on the first floor, you think they're on the second floor, then you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off, but you can't even find the guy, and the whole time the guy's on the roof. So for this hut here, it's very straightforward. I mean, there's a first floor, there's a second floor, and there's a roof. You can easily hop on top of the roof by any side of this whole building. I mean, I see so many people not utilizing this enough, but you could easily just drop down onto the second floor from the roof. And what a lot of people don't know about this building is that the best loot is where this little hole is on the top of the roof. Besides the first floor, this is actually where you do not want to be. You always want to be on the second floor or the roof. Once again, I mean, if there's a Bangalore or a Gibraltar, of course you want to be on the second floor, but with the second floor there is a lot of cover, so you could shoot down at the people on the first floor, and you could heal up and wait until people come rushing in. Also, another thing that people don't know about this place is that there is a hidden spot that nobody ever utilizes. I actually got punished for not even knowing about this because somebody hid in this little spot at the end of the game, and we're running around this whole time, and then they just turned around, bam, we got shot in the forehead. But anyways, if you just come over here, this little crate that's sort of open, and people never look here for some reason.
Hey, what happened?
But that should cover everything, guys. If you have any other questions, or if you think that I missed something, let me know in the comment section below. But I think I covered all the huts here. I know there is some other buildings that I did not cover, but those aren't huts, so I'm only sticking to the huts for this one. But let me know in the comment section if I did miss something. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this. You guys can also find me on Twitch and Twitter, so don't forget to follow me on those platforms as well. Links will be in the description below. But guys, that's gonna sum up the video. Thanks once again for watching. Peace out.